Hello everyone.
In this video, I will be going over nearly every single crime the Eltingville Club members have committed and presenting their sentences if they were to be charged with every single thing they've done throughout the series. This includes the pilot, comics, and of course, epilogue without taking the fact they're minors into consideration, since that would be boring. So let's get started. First, let's get started with the pilot.
It's the butt, greasy little gourd spore!
Already starting strong with battery and assault, and this is just the beginning. Legally, this would count as child abuse for physically shoving a young child for a toy.
That's it! I'm gonna rip your bitty heads off!
Technically, Josh attempting to strangle Pete and Jerry would count as attempted murder legally. Even if he did not have the intention to kill them, he'd likely still have that charge since it's a lethal form of violence.
One ticket, one movie.
Using one movie ticket to watch several other movies is illegal and counts as theft of services.
Come on, hurry! Oh, got it. Got it. Got that too.
Instead of being charged with theft like you might think, this would only count as neglect, since he is willingly ignoring an injured child. Similarly to the other charges, Josh isn't the only one getting this charge since others are actively participating in the neglect. Now, here is when things really start to go downhill. Reminder, this is only the pilot.
What do I even say?
That was obviously an extreme case of assault and battery, and honestly, that alone is probably enough for a life sentence.
Vandalism.
That was all the crimes committed by Josh in the pilot. Now time for the comics. By the way, I will not be counting things in the comic that happened already in the pilot. For example, Josh strangling Jerry in bread and suck asses. Josh is seen ripping dozens and dozens of loaves of bread while trying to search for a card he needs. At the end of the chapter, it tells us that he was fined, so I will be taking that into consideration. This would count as property damage of vandalism. According to the cop, he is required to pay $1.59 for each loaf of bread. He ripped 42. Taking this into perspective, if we do the math, that amounts to a $66.78 fine. In the Marathon Men, the Eltingville Club is unable to stay awake, so to fix it, they take Josh's mom's pills. Josh is charged for theft, taking his mother's medication, and distributing it to his friends, which is a felony in itself.
Assault. Assault.
Repeated harassment online.
Can you guess what his final crimes are? Assault. Assault.
Just like Josh, we will be starting with the pilot and making our way to the comics.
Okay, Buck. Well, I collected all 300 letters we wrote under assumed names to Paramount to make a Captain Sulu show.
Writing hundreds of letters under fake names is known as federal mail fraud and is highly risky and illegal. Based on appearances, we can assume that the person Jerry shoved wasn't a child, so this would be a minor case of battery.
One ticket, one movie.
Just like Josh, this is theft of services.
Come on, hurry! Oh, got it. Got that too.
Just like Josh, this is neglect, because he is willingly ignoring a severely injured child. As you can see, that wasn't much at all, compared to Josh. Now it's time for the comics. Honestly, I'm not sure if this charge counts as neglect since he did help Josh not long after. So before you guys mention this incident in the comments, I won't be counting this.
Assault. Assault.
Many of Pete's worst crimes are committed off screen or in the comics, so I'm gonna quickly go over the pilot.
Stealing a child's toy counts as Theft, obviously. Assault.
Come on! Hurry!
Got it.
Got it.
Got that too.
Willingly ignoring an injured child and failing to report is a case of neglect. Those were all the crimes committed by Pete in the pilot. Now time for the comics. Starting off strong, Pete in the beginning of the series admits to owning illegal footage of people being harmed. This charge alone is enough to make Pete a felon. Next, in The Marathon Men, Pete attempts to convince Josh to light Toys R Us on fire. This is known as solicitation for arson, which is illegal and a very serious felony. In the same chapter, he admits to stealing a Sin City lighter from Joe's comic book shop. This is theft and would also result in a fine for how much the lighter might have been valued. I'll just assume it's worth about $20 to $30. When he fails to convince Josh to light the store on fire, he does it himself. Obviously, this is arson and property damage, which would already put him in prison for about 10 years, not including fines.
Assault.
Next is the zombie crawl incident, which honestly I think can be debated, whether or not all the Eltingville Club members should be charged or not. In my opinion, Pete should be the one who's charged the most heavily, or at all, because he solicited the crime, and is the only one who has a panel of him tripping somebody.
Assault. 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 I think those are all the crimes committed by Pete. Right.
I'm sure this is the part of the video you've all been waiting for. Let's not waste any time, starting with the pilot. By the way, the crimes in the pilot all committed by them will not be explained in this portion since I've done it 3 other times.
You're the dungeon master, Jerry. You can do anything. Now bring me back to life or I'll kill you.
Threatening murder not even 3 minutes into the pilot.
That's worth more than your mother.
Assault. Assault. Assault.
Thanks for nothing, Willie.
Neglect and child abuse.
Concede this, you!
ECW! ECW!
Assault. Anyways.
Aha! Yes! I found Mom's checkbook! Die, Josh, die!
Stealing his mom's money for Boba Fett. Vandalism.
Those were all the crimes Bill committed in the pilot. Moving on to the comics. Bill verbally abusing his brother and threatening murder. Adding onto Pete's crime soliciting by encouraging shoplifting.
Assault.
At the very beginning, Jerry is seen with a dice that is later seen falling out of Bill's hands during the intervention, implying he stole it.
Literally just admits to stealing for no reason.
Repeated harassment online. He is also canonically Greedo 318, an online persona he uses to harass Josh and Pete. Although it's not a crime in itself to not listen to your manager. Looking at store logs without permission is illegal.
Assault. Assault. Stole Pete's lighter.
Burnt down a comic book. Store. Arson and property damage.
Shoplifting a comic book.
This wouldn't be a crime where he's arrested, but it would count as slander, which would be a fine. Now, here is the worst crime Bill has committed. This entire riot incident is basically an entire lifetime in prison for reasons I'm about to get into. Based off context clues, we can determine that dozens of people were severely injured or killed due to this riot, and there are many charges and fines that come with this. Manslaughter, aggravated inciting a riot, aggravated battery and theft for stealing the megaphone. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video just as much as I did making it. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. There's definitely some things I might have forgotten. If there's anything I might have missed, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.